It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS AM 1160 and 101.1 FM. And good morning to you. Glad that you're with us here today. Our conversation with Dr. Charles Koren, brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And Dr. Koren joins us this morning. As I just was joking, Dr. Koren, when I said as you're cleaning out your desk, but you just might actually be doing that this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, and yes, that is one of the tasks on my list today, is to clean the inside and top of my desk. And if anybody has ever seen my desk, the top becomes quite cluttered.
Oh, do you need a dumpster for that, or will a wheelbarrow do it?
Well, from the fellow employees, there have been many, many suggestions. So I'll just leave it up to people understanding that after multiple years, things gather, and that happens. That happens.
Have you had the chance yet to reflect on your time at Homer Center? Have you just been so busy getting ready for retirement that you really haven't had that chance to sit back?
There is no true break for administrators like a high school principal or any building principal or a director of special ed or a superintendent. There are no clear breaks. You just sort of roll through seasons. And so, actually, no. I have had a snapshot of time in the last two board meetings, knowing that it was the last two board meetings. And the biggest thing for me is that I feel unbelievably honored to have been able to represent Homer Center and the school district.
When you came on those many years ago and you pictured what your tenure would be like at Homer Center, everybody comes in with their goals and what they would like to have done, and you think back on that, and you'll get more of a chance, I know, in the future to do this, but when you think about those goals and what that time was like for you, how close did you get to hitting what you really wanted to do?
Well, goals in... one thing that I've learned through reading other areas of leadership is, you don't really make plans beyond 3 years. And so when I came in, one of the goals was to fully understand the Homer Center manner of operation and to deal with what we thought as a team was the board and the administration team. What we thought as a team were areas that we needed to work on. One was the area of safety. When I first arrived, there wasn't a locked door. It was a different time as well in 2012, but there was still school safety. And now we can confidently say that due to both our architecture and our people that are involved, and Danny Sacco comes immediately to mind, we have a very safe environment for our students. And we're very happy at that because we know that you need to feel safe and cared for to do your best in education, in learning.
Yeah. There are really hard issues that superintendents have to face, and I don't know that they're greatly different from when you first started, or even older superintendents that you've spoken of their times in when they were administrators. Those issues sometimes we think that we have a handle on them, we think that we've got them taken care of, but it really is a changing environment, isn't it? There's never something that you can just put to bed and say, all right, that one's handled, let's move on to the next thing. You always have to revisit. You always have to revamp.
That's correct. And also any decision creates past practice, and past practice is something that is always brought up. You wish to make the best decision with all of the information available to oneself or the administration team at any one particular moment, so that you might still be missing something, but you didn't miss it because you did not take the time to evaluate all options and all items of information. So no one corners the market on making perfect decisions perfectly all the time, because humans are imperfect beings. We just have to do the best we can, and you have to trust. Administrators risk trust daily in their employees that they are gathering all of the information possible to make the best decisions in the tasks and roles that they fill.
We're talking with retiring Superintendent Dr. Charles Koren on his last day at the Homer Center School District today. Dr. Koren, when you think about the educational aspects of your job, because there's so much business aspect of it, but really it comes down to educating kids. Talk about that Homer Center environment and educationally, what the achievements are that you're most proud of, or the direction that you see the education going, because within every school district, I'm sure there are great differences.
Well, one item, and we have not achieved to the extent that still needs to be become habit, is that I think back when I first arrived, there was no ability in software to warehouse all student data. And by looking at our data, we can gain strong inferences of student growth, student achievement, and how we assess both formally and informally the students. And so we now, especially in our high school with students, have a much better grasp on utilizing the data and making informed decisions. But let me just mention one thing. Mm-hmm. When you and I went to school, and many people perhaps similar to my age in their 60s know that when we went to school, we turned out okay, and we did not have standardized tests, and we did not have course standards, and we did not have this or that the students have today. But we turned out okay. And I believe, after now in my 43rd year of being a teacher, that the first and foremost building block you need for strong education is to have caring teachers. And I have shared this with many. I believe, and I can look to my other stops. We have very good, caring teachers that take great amount of pride in what they do in a classroom. And that, if you don't have that, you can't continue to grow. We have that, and so the district will always continue to grow and take on each step in the way of providing a sound, quality education for the students of Homer Center.
I thank you for the compliment, including me in there with you. You may have turned out okay. There's people still have doubts about me. Last question with Dr. Koren, because I know you got to get to work there, get that place all cleaned up. Your successor, have you had a chance to speak with him and share some insights that he might need to know?
Yes, but he knows. I don't corner the market on any specific knowledge or anything like that. There are, an unbelievable number of people that have the keys to work with people, to establish strong relationships, and no one, especially no one superintendent, ever does anything by themselves. You need everybody. You not only need your leadership team, but you need followership so that you can all move directly in the most positive manner. And after 16 years as a building principal himself, Mr. Weitzel from Mount Union has those skills and abilities, and he will just now be working with a new group of peers. And on top of that, it is mentally rejuvenating to move into a new challenging position, and he is so excited and has the energy to move forward with everybody here at Homer Center. Nice. And I'm encouraged. And I thank you, Todd, for working with our students and working with our teachers, and same thing with Renda Broadcasting. Everybody has been fantastic, and we just are happy to be part of the Indiana County education community.
Well,
Thank you.
You've always been great to work with. We appreciate it. You've always been available to us, and we have benefited from the relationship. Dr. Koren, best wishes on your retirement, and thank you for being with us this morning.
No problem. Take care and have a great day.
There you go. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.